going to show you how to print your data sheets. So this is the guard one, which is 128 pages. Let me just resize this. So the first thing we need to do is make sure all the pages are the same. So the first few pages are portrait, and then they switch when you get to the units to landscape. So I'm going to make them all landscape. So on a Mac, you just select the pages, press Command R, which then rotates them. So now they are all the same way around. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to print, and I've got three printers. One of them is a label printer, one of them is a big printer, and one of them is a normal printer. I'm going to use the normal one because the normal one lets me select the page size as A5. So I want it to be A5, I want it to be landscape. So now they all look correct, the right way round, landscape on A5. There's a little bit of a border, but there's not much we can do about that. You can try and fiddle with the scaling to get it to fill, but I couldn't get it any better than just print to scale to fit. So then we've done that. I'm not going to print it, I'm going to save it as a PDF. So I'm going to save it, I hope. Okay, so let's save it as guard A5. So now this is going to give us a new PDF, which is going to be the right orientation and the right page size. Cool. Now I'm going to go to doxzoo.com. I'm going to upload a file. I'm going to select this A5 file that I've just done. If you don't resize it and rotate them, then it complains and says, you can print this, but it's not going to turn out right. So by doing that, you won't get that warning. So it says it's processing. I'm going to go continue. It's probably still processing. So now we have to wait for it to do this. And then I'm going to select wire binding. There are other ones like coil binding, loose sheets. I've only ever done wire binding, which work perfectly. And the interface to do it is really useful. So, you know, if you want to try a paperback version or a booklet, then go ahead and try it. But I'm just going to run through wire binding because that's what I did. Just give it a second. This is why adverts have some stages may have been shortened. But this is a good representation of how this really works. You know, how long does this actually take? It doesn't take ages. I expect it to be done soon. There we go. Right, so wire binding. Perfect. So in here is where we can select everything. So change from black and white to colour. I suggest you that because that changes the price significantly. A5 we want, double sided we want. I used colour, which then changes the paper, I think, as well. So the price has gone up. Yeah, ultra smooth. I changed it to 120 GSM. It's a bit thin. You know, that's 13.59, and then if I go up, so it's not significantly more to change the paper weight. If you want them a bit thicker, then go ahead. The other thing that you need to do is change it to top long edge where the binding is, because then you get it so that these first few pages, you know, are like a book, but then when you want to flip through units, you can just do it like this, and you know, that's quite nice. Yeah, cover I didn't do anything with. Tabs you can add, so you can basically say I want 3 tabs, and it adds these plastic cards in, and then you can say like on page, you know, page 7, I want it to say units. I didn't do this because there isn't that many sections. So like when you get to page 7, Oh no, actually, you want page 6. See, this is why I didn't do it, because I was like, it's not worth fiddling around trying to add these things. Yeah, so when you get to page 6, you get this blank piece of plastic, I guess, that shows units, and then you could quickly flip to units. I wondered about doing it for HQs, heavy support, that sort of thing, but those aren't really a thing in 10th edition, so I didn't add them, but you can do if you wish. And then it's just a case of like you can change. So it's like 15 quid for one, but if you've got a friend and you both want one, then for two it's 22 quid. So you've gone from £15 each to £11 each, and then for three, still £11 each. And then I think you get a discount if you get up to 10, but it's unlikely that you've got 9 friends that want one. So that goes down to £8.70 each. But yeah, you can play around with the price like that. I'm just going to set it back to 1, and then as you saw before, you know, £15 for one. Or if you go to black and white, it's only 6. Yeah, and then well, it's just like a checkout for the rest of it. Oh yeah, there you go. Look, so if you order 2, save 27%, and then you can. Its postage is free over £30, I think. So if you have a friend or a couple of friends, then it might be worth getting together to save the postage. Yeah, and that's that. Thanks for watching.